Hi everybody, my name is Rhys, Barber. I'm one of the audiologists here at Audiology Associates.
And my name is Taylor Green, and I'm the other audiologist here. And we're laughing again at the start of this one because
we messed it up again every single time.
There's going to be a really
We talk about it before we start filming.
Yeah,
We go, right, I'll start, you do the next bit. And then we both go, as if we're going to say something, and then both of us fall about laughing. So yeah, so this is your patient anyway.
Yeah, this is my patient. Sorry, you can see very, very deep wax in this one as well. Looked very soft to start with. It can be quite deceiving sometimes, these plugs. This patient's been using a bit of oil in the ear, and it's that can cause this to look soft. So you get the oil kind of, you can see all these shiny bits on the wax. So we've got the standard size ulnar tube here, very, very dry at the entrance, so you can see these little bits.
Tiny little lifts of skin, isn't it?
This little bit, I had a little bit of a fight with. It just wasn't coming away. It was solid, that little piece of skin. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it there for now. It does come away eventually.
This is a deep section. A little bit of the eardrum. You can see at the top, well, viewers top left. You can just see a little glimpse of the eardrum there.
So this is just coming away, and it's a bit frustrating, this one, because it's just coming away in little pieces at the moment. We have another little go on that little dry bit at this. Yep, still staying there. Yes, that starts a lot moving.
Just give up on it now. Just leave it there. Just brush it back under some of the hairs. It'll be fine. No one will see it.
Pick up the rug and just shove it under the rug. It does come away. It does come away. So I'm still sticking with the standard size ulnar tube here. So we've got the next piece away. So we're almost, and I think there is a little bit left that's just in front of the eardrum.
It's a good sized plug though, isn't it?
Yes, it's quite, and this is only one ear canal here as well. So you can see where the patients had to go themselves here. There's a little bit of like redness to the pinner of the ear.
The patient did that?
Yeah. Oh, patient's been scratching away and feeling like really itchy in the ear.
Yeah.
This is the fine end here now. So we've got the fine end. We're taking away. Oh, and I was really hoping that whole piece was going to come away.
It really did look like it, and they just obviously that sheared that front section away there, didn't it? I thought that was like a port wine stain. I thought it was, you get the red patch.
Yeah, patients have been giving this a good go.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, next little bit. I think we managed to actually. I might have talked over it, but I think we managed to take that little dry bit away.
I haven't seen it on the way back in. I think we managed. Yeah, I think you have.
We've cleared it. I told you. Told you so.
Yeah. They probably came away with one of the pieces of wax. You never know. It might have been stuck to the back end or something.
We cut off again.
We did, which is probably why we're in different positions again. And we can't remember what we were talking about before we cut off. So just got this last couple of pieces.
Yeah, tricky a little bit at the top.
Not an easy one to get to for the angle more than anything else.
No, I couldn't get the patient to tilt their neck on this one either because they were having some issues and some pain with the neck. So I had to get this patient to stay nice and straight for this one. So you can't see it, but my arms were sort of doing this. I was like right underneath, and I was just trying to. It's
difficult because we do have to sort of contort into different positions sometimes, don't we? Just to get the angles we need to be able to see in there really well. And we've got adjustable heights on chairs and stools and stuff, so we can kind of set it as best we can. But there's always that one patient that just can't bear. There's a couple of patients we've got, and they've got real issues, and they are actually bent over on the side you need to clear. And that's always really difficult.
Yeah. I've seen it once or twice actually. Yeah, same myself, and especially the ear when if the patient's head is tilted already. Very difficult. I mean, you're almost kind of sat on the floor pretty much doing it. It's anyway, we got this last deeper plug that we've got here now. Still sticking with the fine end, and this is
look at that go. That's where the olive oil really helps, doesn't it? Because that would be crumbly, that piece, more than likely. So whether you get out the entrance, that's the key now.
You need to just manoeuvre this around.
Expertly done. It's like playing a game of Operation. As well, then.
Yeah.
That's one thing we should do one day. We should have an operation off.
An operation off.
Because we'll wire up some crocodile forceps and we'll be there to see how many we can take out.
It's looking nice and healthy actually afterwards. Yeah, looking really good. And that's just from one ear canal as well. That quite surprised me, to be honest, because I wasn't expecting it to be that much.
What's that, 1.25 inch? Sultana selection again,
it is, yeah. We've got a mixed bag again.
Yeah, mixed bag. Oh, this is mine. So if you like mastoid clearances, then this is the one for you. The first ear canal in this patient, there's no mastoid cavity here. This is just straightforward wax removal, very dry, very crumbly. The second ear canal, that's the one we need to look out for. That's got, and there's a good old skin ribbon in that one as well in the second patient. So make sure, oh my goodness, second ear canal, not second patient. It's warm here today, and we've recorded. This is the third video we've recorded in one go, so we're all a bit we've got an earwaxed overload. So we just stay tuned for the second ear canal. There's a lovely long skin ribbon, good mastoid clearance as well. This is coming away really nicely though.
Yeah.
Not always easy ones to do when they're crumbly and dry like this.
Yeah, the hair can be a bit of a nightmare as well sometimes, just purely for the view. The view is so difficult. I guess it's not too bad when you get past the first bend in the ear canal, but oh my goodness, some people's ear canals can be like a forest, and it's just so difficult there.
You can see a retraction pocket as well, just above the tip of the hammer bone. That little almost dent, when it comes back on, you'll see it now just above the hammer bone. Now that's something you really do need to keep an eye on with your patients to make sure that doesn't get a lot of debris buildup, skin buildup in there, which can lead to something called a cholesteatoma, which is like a collection of dead skin and dirt and debris all mixed together, and it just carries on wrapping around. That can actually erode bone and start eroding the ossicles or even the mastoid bone around, can't it?
Yeah.
So this patient's got a mastoid cavity. They come quite regularly. They've seen both of us, haven't they, this patient?
I think they've seen the two of us, they've seen the both of us.
Quite a difficult cavity to clear, just because of the angle of the cavity. You'll see what I mean in a second. You're sort of working right up into a top right corner, so you have to kind of almost approach it diagonally to get in where you need to go. But entrance at the moment is clearing away really, really well. You can see that pull there. That's obviously hanging on, isn't it, to something back there.
It's like you almost need a third hand in some cases with some of these removals. One just to hold the ear open, and then the other two to...
So we have done that before now, haven't we? Where one of us has come in to hold. We've sort of held the ear canal open so the other one can go in and get that get that removed. And look at that coming away though. That is a beastie. That's a lovely bit of dry wax and skin. And first of all, I thought, oh yeah, not too bad. You look in there, you can see little bits. Just got this piece coming around from the top corner here. We can see very, very obviously scarred eardrum beyond.
Yeah.
Let's take a look. There we are. Now I can see this much deeper section, this darker, deeper section in here. Now this is actually quite deep. Now what we find with mastoid patients is they are a little bit more susceptible to something called the caloric effect. Just because a lot of air movement in the ear canal, they are just a little bit more susceptible to get that giddy sensation that some people can get when you take wax out. And this patient actually experienced a little bit of the caloric effect when I started to try and remove this piece. They felt a little bit giddy. So what we normally do at that point is we take a break, give them a couple of minutes, let the temperature equalize, let that giddy sensation pass. And then we may even switch down to maybe a finer end so there's less movement of air in the ear canal.
Yeah, and if you are having this done yourself and you do start to experience a little bit of dizziness, let your practitioner know straight away, because it will only get worse if they carry on.
So it's always good to so we always say to our patients, if you feel uncomfortable, if it's too noisy for you at any point, if you feel lightheaded, giddy, anything like that, you don't put your hand up, just talk to us. We're sat right next to you doing the procedures, just let us know. But this, you can see this is really fighting. This is a lot to take away. I think this gent comes through about every 6 months, I think it is, to have this done.
I've personally had some difficulty on some occasions, very similar to the way you said about the caloric effect. It's kind of got to a stage with this particular patient where we just haven't been able to carry on, unfortunately. So there are some visits that we're unable to completely take it out of this patient's ear canal. So the patient's safety and comfort is obviously one of our priorities anyway. So we've talked about it before, but with mastoid cavities you get kind of two extremes of them, really. I mean, we've had people that have had mastoid operations done where they've still got hearing, but then you get what they call a radical mastoidectomy, which is the more severe, or the more, not severe, how do you put it, the more complex kind of, where they've almost had to have their natural hearing completely destroyed. So some people will have something like this and not be able to hear anything at all from that one particular ear.
It's coming away really, really well. I mean, just touching on what Taylor was saying earlier about, there are some patients where you can't get it all out on one visit. I mean, there are times when you might come across maybe a little bit, say for instance, for argument's sake, in like a mastoid case like this, you might come across a piece of skin that's just really deep. It's, it looks like it's quite firmly attached to the eardrum. Now you could go in and grab that and try and take that out, but you're probably better off leaving it a little bit, let it work its way away from the drum and then remove it. So when you look at that safety, we've got quite a stubborn piece here. You can see I've opted to use the forceps a little bit more in this one, just because it's a beast of a plug in here. And this is just a buildup of old skin, dirt, debris that just gets wrapped up in itself in that mastoid cavity, because it's just not able to migrate out to that skin very well. So you will find you'll get these older pieces that harden up as well.
And it's just the forceps are just shearing straight through as well, so that's actually not really going in your favour.
It's not really very helpful at the moment, unfortunately, the forceps. It is a tough old one to do, because sometimes the suction tube just doesn't have the grip when you're dealing with skin, especially harder, tougher skin like this, to pull it out. And then the forceps just sort of cleave straight through it. So it's always a more difficult removal to do, but you can really see how hard we're having to tug that to get that out of that mastoid cavity.
Oh, that's that's going to shear away again,
I think that's going to shear. It just looks like it pulled forward too quickly. Yeah, too much of a left side on that one. It just wasn't going to need a more central kind of grip, but it's just difficult to get that central grip on this. And you can see that skin layer is that more shiny layer that's coming down over the top there. You can see that sort of folding. It looks almost like tissue paper. That's gone now. That leaves us this slightly harder skin plug we got right in the middle here.
Oh, it looks like leather.
It does. It was really tough old stuff. Like really, really tough old stuff. Just trying to find an edge, because at the moment I've got this kind of this sort of fold right in front of the canal entrance. I just can't get an edge. You won't get the forceps on top of that. It's just too wide. I don't think this is going to do a lot. You can see what I mean about pushing back in. That's still attached. So when I'm trying to push beyond it, I'm hoping that top is going to pull down, but it's not. It's just just pushing it further in. So you've undone all the work you've just done to get it to the outer part of the ear canal.
I know it's already been done, but it can be quite frustrating to see these sometimes when you're watching them back and you think, oh, come on.
Yeah, it's just not getting that edge I want there. Right, so I've pulled a little bit more around from the side. Let's see if we can grip this. I'm trying to get a bigger sort of clamp. No, that's sheared through again. What have we got here? Oh, there we go. Oh, that looks promising.
Yeah, that's looking good.
Well, that's good. It's pulled another section forwards. Let's see if we can get a grip on this side again. Nope. Does not want to come out. It's that piece of skin above there. I'm just pressing down into the skin at the moment just to force the suction grip a little bit. This part of the ear can also go.
No, I was going to say, almost kind of using it like a Jobson horn.
Yeah, so you're sort of gripping it. There we go, there's the Rosen inserter. Can we twist it now? Can we pull? Oh, there we go.
And you could hardly see that to start with. That's quite surprising how much was...
That's a chunk. And then we've got this little bit here that I thought was, it's just a little bit of dry skin. It'll give this a bit of a tug. And you got a long strip of dry skin. Now I'm thinking that's pretty much got to be it. There can't be a lot left in here. Yeah.
This is the bit I think that I've personally had some issues with. So this little bit that's just kind of, well, it's on your right-hand side, it'll be our...
But look at that, that was all the way from the eardrums. That's got to be a minimum of 2.5 centimetres long. So it pulled from the drum outwards. But it's like I said, the skin grows by about 1.8 thereabouts mil, just under 2 mil a month. So if you've got someone coming every 6 months, you can look at that. Look at that, it's still going. Yeah, skin ribbons, love a skin ribbon. They ain't sheared off, so I had to go back in and try to get it again. Look at that coming away. It's still going. Out that comes. Oh, hang on, no, it doesn't. There's still a little bit left. It kept breaking apart in pieces. I was hoping it was going to stay as one big piece. Look at that. That is a good one. That is a good one. Let's have a look at that drum. There you go. So you can see now that's cleared all that out. That's looking a lot better in there. So that's what we moved from this patient. So we've got 8.5 centimetres. The skin ribbon on its own is 4.5 centimetres long. That's a good one.
That was quite surprising, to be
Yeah,
honest.
that's
I
it.
didn't expect that.
No, that was a hell of a skin ribbon up in that cavity, but
Yeah.
at least the patient knows that it's nice and clear up there now, which is always good.
Oh, we were too engrossed in the video. We didn't.
Oh,
we didn't do about
again, man. Okay. Yeah, guys, if you do have any problems with your ears, whether that be wax related, any ear problem at all, you can always check out a link to our bio on channel page. And you can always book yourself an appointment to come and see us. Our website address is on there and our contact details as well. And where we're located is all on there as well. If patients really like the video, what should they do, Taylor Green?
Well, you should press the little like button. Do not press the down.
Don't press that one, not that one, please,
yeah,
guys.
heart, subscribe, do all the usual things, and share it around as well, because we need, we always like having new people.
Yes, we'd love to get new
join in the
subscribers.
community.
Yes, most definitely. But as always, guys, take care of yourselves.
Take care of your ears.
And take care of one another and myself and the lovely, lovely Mr. Taylor Green. We'll see you again real soon. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Hi, everybody. My name is Rhys Barber. I'm the audiologist here at... Oh, I want to... No, sorry. I'm not the audiologist.
I had to breathe in. I thought I was going to start then.
I'll go first. Okay.
Okay.
We'll try again. Okay, right. 3, 2, 1...